I love when you shake it like that. Hello, good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Andy Drinks Beer, the show where Andy drinks beer. Today we have Alpine Beer Company's Truck Trail, that's right. American Pale Ale. It's a 5.5% ABV. If you hear some sizzling, I'm making bacon. I am making bacon because that's... Yeah, I basically live in this garage. I mean, let's be serious here. American Pale Ale, like you know, the whole IPAs, the EPAs, the APAs, the DWPAs. I like an American Pale Ale. I feel like it's a little bit smoother, a little bit less hoppy than your traditional IPA, and it's maybe a little bit less heft to it. Maybe that's not the proper term, but you got a nice, beautiful, dark golden color. It's like the color of your piss if you haven't had water in like 2 days. Oh, if you're stuck on a truck trail. They're the pride of Alpine, California, and also I checked out the site. They apparently have just a great pub with great food, and you know they do hickory mesquite type barbecue. Oh, road trip out to Alpine, California. So let's have a little sippy. Ooh. So it does have the really hoppy bite, except it's got a little bit more smoothness to it, almost like I don't know how to explain it. It's like velvety. You know what I mean? It's got a little sweetness. It's got a little caramel to it. Yeah. But you can definitely tell that they use really good hops, and there's a lot of craft behind it, and it just. Overall, it's just a really good beer. So our first criteria is this crushable or a sipper. I'm going to say crushable, but then I got to say crushable about a lot of beers. This is borderline sipper territory. Like, this would be a great beer, speaking of food to pair well with this, that you would have one or two as you're starting out your evening or your day. And have this with like a half rack of ribs, maybe a couple slices of brisket, and maybe some really nicely done French fries. I could definitely see that. Because this is a beer, it's not pretentious at all. Like you're not going to come in and talk about all the notes or the bouquet of it, but it's definitely it's got some heft to it, and it's just really just straight up flavorful. Like it's a really good like working man's craft beer, for lack of a better term, if you catch my drift. Not a lot of citrusy going on, which is weird with sort of a hoppy beer, but I think this would really pair well with what they're doing barbecue sauce-wise, especially if you have a more vinegary or a sauce with a little bit of heat to it. Adding this in, and maybe even subtracting the citrus and just having the acidity of that barbecue in there, I think that'd be a nice little balance there going on. So you can see my breath. Yeah, starting to get cold here in Minnesota. Yeah, although I think it's funny that it's snowing everywhere else. I get that's like a cutesy wootsy commodity, but us Minnesotans, we're snow hipsters. We're like, oh yes, we've been shoveling snow before it was cool. Nah, maybe not. But man, this is. We have a holiday party. Some industry people tomorrow. I'm gonna pick up a 12-pack of this. I'm gonna bring it. It is really good because. Yeah, as my burp signifies, it's like we've established. Like I'm not really that big of an IPA guy. I don't really like all the bitiness and the bitterness of the hops. But this one, it's incredibly smooth, and like it's just a straightforward, really well done and well executed beer. I mean, there's really not much else I could say. Man, that's good. So on a rating scale of 1 to 10, Ruben Studdard, 10 being the best, 1 being Ruben Studdard, how does Alpine Beer Company's Truck Trail stack up? I have to say 10 out of 10. I mean, I know that I'm a very generous grader, but when there's a beer where I find no flaws in it, I greatly enjoy it. I could see myself greatly enjoying many more. I mean, pretty loose to the grading. That's how we roll. So Alpine Beer Company, keep doing what you're doing, baby. And also love the barbecue aspect of it as well. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Give us a like on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all at Andy Carlson Show. Prost.